What was that about? Are you kidding me?
What's wrong, Karen?
Did I do something wrong?
Let's start with the laundry situation.
What about it?
Go look at the laundry room.
I'm looking.
The laundry wasn't folded properly.
I'm sorry, I thought I did it according to your instructions from last time.
Clearly not. Look at these creases. And the towels are completely misaligned. You need to match the edges and hems properly. How long have you been married into this family?
2 years?
2 years and you still can't do something this simple. Start over from the beginning.
From the beginning, all of it?
Is there an echo? Yes, all of it. The sheets, towels, everything.
Even the clothes I already put away?
Especially those. They're probably wrinkled by now anyway. Do you have a problem with that?
No, I don't.
Get it all out and start over. And make sure you iron James' work shirts properly this time.
I ironed them yesterday.
They look terrible. The collars are uneven. Then have it done by the time I get back. And what are you planning to make for dinner tonight?
I was planning to make spaghetti and vegetable soup. I also made braised pork belly.
Absolutely not. I threw out what you made.
What? The whole thing?
Every bit of it.
Why would you do that? I spent hours on that.
Are you trying to break my jaw? I tried to take a bite and it was like chewing leather. I won't accept anything less than melt in your mouth tender from my son.
But it was tender. I followed a special recipe.
If it's not soft enough to cut with a fork, it's not good enough. So it needs to be so tender you don't even need teeth. Did you even marinate it?
Yes, overnight with...
Well, clearly you used the wrong ingredients. You've lived here for 2 years and still don't know how to cook properly.
I've been taking cooking classes.
Well, clearly they're not helping. Who's teaching these classes? Other housewives that can't cook?
It's a professional culinary school.
Save your money. You're not learning anything useful. Prepare something else instead.
I understand. What would you prefer?
Don't ask me. You should know now what my son likes.
James said he enjoyed my cooking last week.
He was just being polite. My son is too kind to hurt your feelings. Did you ever notice he barely touches his food?
He usually finishes everything.
Because I taught him not to waste food. I really don't understand how someone like you managed to marry my son. You pursued him aggressively, didn't you?
I fell in love at first sight and confessed to him.
At first sight? So you just went after his looks?
No, it wasn't like that. We talked for hours at the party.
My son is too kind-hearted. He probably just felt pressure to accept your confession. When exactly did you start pursuing him?
We met at a mutual friends gathering.
So you deliberately went after him at a social event. Did you dress up specifically to catch his attention?
I was just wearing normal clothes.
How dare you set your sights on my son?
But it wasn't a forced marriage.
That's just what you think. Did he ever actually say he wanted to marry you?
Well, he proposed.
How much pressure from you? How many hints did you drop? How many times did you talk about marriage?
He brought it up first.
My son is quiet and rarely shows his emotions, but I'm sure he regrets marrying you deep down. Don't you notice how cold he is to you?
Yes, he's just reserved.
Of course he is. I'm his mother. I can read his feelings like an open book. He's not reserved with me. Have you ever seen him smile at you the way he smiles at me? Who could possibly love someone as awkwardly tall as you with such bad skin?
I'm sorry, my skin has always been sensitive, even though I take care of it.
Have you ever seen a proper dermatologist?
Yes, I go regularly.
Looks like you've been to some sketchy beauty salon. I saw your medicine cabinet, all those creams and treatments. What kind of wife needs that many products just to look presentable? You're a failure as a woman, a complete failure. Can't cook, can't do laundry, can't even take care of your appearance. Look at your hands, all rough from using the wrong cleaning products. How do you expect to touch my son with hands like that? Deep down, you know it too, don't you? Do you really believe my son loves you?
Well...
See, you're not even confident about that. When was the last time he said he loved you? You can't even remember, can you? Because it never happened. You have no place in this house. I wish you'd just leave already.
I'm so sorry.
Sorry doesn't fix anything. Just redo the laundry and make something edible for dinner. Though I doubt you're capable of either. And clean the bathroom while you're at it. I saw water spots in the mirror.
Yes, I'll take care of everything.
You always say that, but nothing ever improves.
Hey, did you and Mom have some kind of argument yesterday? The atmosphere feels really tense. Mom seems really upset, and you look like something's bothering you.
I'm sorry.
What's there to be sorry about?
Just everything.
Come on, tell me what happened.
It's nothing really.
Emma.
I just messed up some housework.
I know Mom was in a bad mood. Was it because dinner was late last night?
Yeah, in the end, I couldn't get dinner ready on time. I ended up just serving chicken tenders.
I love those chicken tenders, though. They were really good, actually.
Really? You're not just saying that?
No, honestly, I even have the leftovers for lunch today. The guys at work keep asking me to share.
You take them to work?
Every time you make them. Was that really why Mom was so upset?
I think that's why she was irritated. I just couldn't keep up.
Keep up with what?
The housework, the cooking, everything really.
What do you mean by everything?
Your mother had to redo all the laundry I folded.
The laundry looked fine to me.
She said the edges weren't matched properly.
That seems a bit extreme.
She showed me how the corners didn't line up.
Since when does laundry need to be geometric?
She says it's basic housekeeping.
But you spent hours on that laundry.
Not fast enough, though.
Maybe she's right, though. I should be better at these things by now. You're being too hard on yourself.
Am I, though? 2 years and I still can't do anything right.
That's not true.
I'm such a slowpoke. I end up bothering everyone around me.
Don't worry about it. Mom can just be like that sometimes.
Has she always been particular about things?
Yeah, ever since I was a kid. She used to reorganize my backpack every morning before school.
That must have been tough.
You get used to it, but that doesn't mean you're doing anything wrong.
I feel like I'm always causing problems.
You're not a burden or anything. I was a little concerned, that's all.
About what?
Just noticed you seemed upset at dinner. You barely ate anything.
I wasn't very hungry.
That's not like you.
I'm sorry for worrying you.
Stop apologizing so much. You haven't done anything wrong. It's fine. I think I understand the reason now. Mom must have been in a bad mood because of you taking too long with dinner.
I see.
I'll talk to her about being more patient.
Please don't. I don't want to cause any trouble between you two.
Are you sure? It wouldn't be any trouble.
I don't want to make things worse.
Worse? What do you mean worse?
Nothing. Never mind. I really try my best, but I just can't seem to do things as quickly as everyone else.
You don't need to rush. Quality takes time.
Your mother says efficiency is quality.
Since when?
Since always, I think. And my skin condition is such a hassle.
Actually, about that...
What about it?
Never mind. It's nothing.
Okay.
Just don't let Mom get to you too much, all right?
I'll try my best.
That's all anyone can ask for. I need to get back to work. These reports won't file themselves.
Of course. Sorry for bothering you at work.
You're never a bother. I've got to head back to work. Talk later?
Of course. Have a good afternoon.
You too. Don't work too hard.
I'll do my best. When I got home from work today, the locks had been changed and there was a note telling me to leave.
What? You got kicked out of the house?
Yes, I went to talk to you about it, but you said you couldn't come home without me.
That's absolutely unacceptable. Where are you now?
At my friend Sarah's place.
The one who lives near the park?
Yes, she's letting me stay here.
Are you safe? Do you have everything you need?
Yes, I grabbed some essentials before the locks were changed. I saw your mother changing them when I came home for lunch.
She did it while you were watching?
She smiled and waved at me through the window.
I can't believe Mom would do that. Kicking you out of the blue like that?
It wasn't exactly out of the blue.
What do you mean?
I kind of saw it coming. Your mom has been telling me to leave for a while now.
Really? She's been saying that to you?
Almost every day, sometimes multiple times a day.
Why didn't you tell me sooner?
I didn't want to cause problems between you and your mother. You're so close to her.
What exactly has she been saying?
She says I'm not a proper wife and doesn't think I'm good enough for you.
Oh my God, I had no idea. How long has this been going on?
Pretty much since we got married.
2 years? You've been dealing with this for 2 years?
At first I thought it was just normal mother-in-law tension, and that she'd warm up to me eventually.
And instead it got worse?
She became more direct about her feelings. I thought maybe she'd accept me eventually.
If I'd known Mom was being so awful to you, I would have stepped in sooner.
I didn't want to make you choose between us. She's your mother.
And you're my wife. You shouldn't have had to deal with this alone.
I didn't want you to worry or think I wasn't good enough for you either.
Emma, that's ridiculous. I could never think that.
Your mother seems so sure that you regret marrying me.
What? She said that?
She says she can read your true feelings. She says she can tell by how cold you are to me.
Cold?
That you never show me affection.
I'm the one who should be apologizing. I clearly haven't been showing you how much I love you.
I just thought you weren't that interested in me, to be honest. You're always so quiet and rarely express your feelings.
You're right. I'm terrible at that. I just assumed you knew how I felt, that you could tell by my actions.
What actions?
The little things like saving you the last bite of dessert or making sure your favorite shows are recorded. But I want you to know, I'm completely head over heels for you.
Really?
Have been since the day we met. Everything about you, from your gentle personality to your long, graceful limbs, I love it all. Your sensitive skin is no problem at all. I know you take great care of it.
But your mother says...
Forget what my mother says. She doesn't speak for me. She never has. I'll make it up to you and prove how much you mean to me.
I had no idea you felt that way.
I should have said it more often. Should have shown it more clearly. I'm coming to get you.
What do you mean?
I'm gonna pack my things and meet you at Sarah's.
You don't have to leave your home.
My home is wherever you are. The house is just a building, and I won't let Mom treat you like this anymore.
Are you sure about this?
More sure than I've ever been about anything. Well, get ready because I'm about to shower you with 100 reasons why I love you.
I look forward to it.
First reason, you're the kindest person I know.
James.
Second reason, you never gave up on us, even when Mom was horrible to you. Third reason, your chicken tenders are actually my favorite dish.
I thought you were joking about that.
Never. I've been taking extras to work for months. Fourth reason, the way you scrunch your nose when you're concentrating. Fifth reason, how you always remember to water Mom's plants, even after she's been cruel to you. Give me an hour to pack and I'll be there.
Okay, be careful.
You too. And Emma?
Yes?
I love you. I should have said that every day for the past 2 years.
I love you too.
With that woman gone, the house feels so much more spacious. Finally, I can breathe again. The energy is so much clearer now. No more mediocre cooking or poorly folded laundry. No more walking on eggshells in my own home. And I don't have that stress anymore. My life is finally back to normal. Just like it used to be, just me and my James.
I'm glad to hear that, Karen.
Oh, you're still reading these messages. I thought you'd have gotten the hint by now. The locks were pretty clear, weren't they?
I just wanted to make sure you got my message about James.
What about my son? Has he finished work early? He'll be so happy to come home to a proper meal tonight. I'm going to buy some high-quality ground beef on the way home. The expensive kind from that butcher he loves. James and I are going to have a nice lasagna dinner to celebrate. His favorite recipe, the way his mother makes it.
Unfortunately, James won't be able to join you for dinner.
What do you mean? Of course he will. He always comes home for dinner. He knows I wait for him.
He's already started moving his belongings out of the house.
Moving his... What are you talking about? Stop lying. What have you done to my son? What lies have you been telling him?
I haven't told him anything but the truth. About the daily criticism, about throwing away my cooking, about the constant insults.
What do you mean? That's impossible. There's no way my son would leave with you. He knows better than that.
And that's what he's decided to do. Since I'm the one being asked to leave, James said he's moving out as well.
You're lying. You must have manipulated him somehow. This doesn't make any sense. There's no way my son would choose you over me. I raised him. I gave him everything. Every moment of my life was for him. He knows how much I've sacrificed for him. No one could ever love him like I do.
She's telling the truth, Mom.
James, sweetheart, what is this nonsense? You can't be serious about this.
I heard from Emma about how you've been treating her behind my back.
She's obviously exaggerating. You know how sensitive she is about everything. I was just trying to help her improve.
No, Mom, I've seen the messages. Every cruel word, every insult, every time you made her feel worthless. I won't tolerate you speaking so horribly about my wife.
But James, I was only trying to protect you. She's not good enough for you, can't you see that? She'll never take care of you like I can.
That's not for you to decide. I'm a grown man. I choose Emma.
James, please, let's talk about this, face to face. Don't let her poison you against me.
There's nothing to talk about. You did this to yourself. It's over, Mom. I'm cutting ties with you.
You can't mean that. And for everything I've done for you, all the sacrifices I made, all the years I devoted to you.
Thank you for everything up until now. But this is goodbye.
No, you can't do this to me. She's turned you against me. This isn't like you. My James would never treat his mother this way.
So, with that said, Karen, James and I will be moving out. I hope you enjoy the lasagna all by yourself.
Wait, this isn't what I wanted. Emma, please, we can work something out. I'll be nicer. I'll accept your cooking. James, answer my calls. Please pick up. Just talk to me. You can't just leave like this. Please don't do this to me. I'll change. I promise I'll change. James, my baby. Emma, please.
James's icy tone on the phone when he told his mom goodbye was something I never heard from him before. I never knew he could sound so final. I've been sitting here thinking about everything that's happened, about all the little moments I misinterpreted. For 2 years, I thought I was the problem, that I wasn't good enough, wasn't fast enough, wasn't pretty enough. I measured every action against Karen's impossible standards, folded every towel 3 times over, checked every dish a dozen times before serving. I let Karen's words sink so deep into my heart they became my truth, until today. But watching James pack his things without hesitation, the way he didn't even look back, how he just started loading boxes into his car, seeing him choose me without a second thought. I realize now how wrong I was to doubt his love. All those silent moments I misunderstood. I always thought his blunt mannerisms were simply his personality, but it turns out he's just reserved in expressing his feelings. He's been showing his love in other ways all along. Taking extra portions of my cooking to work. I found all the containers in his office when we packed. He'd been keeping them, washing them carefully, never once complaining about my sensitive skin. Instead, he'd been researching gentle detergents. I found the browser history on his laptop, pages and pages about hypoallergenic products, always asking about my day, even on his busiest days at work. The little things I dismissed because Karen made me doubt everything, like how he always makes sure my car has gas, how he records my favorite shows without being asked, the way he leaves sticky notes with silly drawings in my shoes. To think he's been loving me this whole time, even though I doubted him. Now he's here helping me unpack in our new apartment. He keeps stopping to tell stories about why he fell in love with me. Every few minutes he stops to tell me another reason why he loves me. He's up to reason number 47 now, the way you hum while you're cooking. I can't stop smiling, even though we're surrounded by boxes, even though we left so much behind. For the first time in 2 years, I feel like I can breathe freely. No more walking on eggshells, no more second-guessing every fold in the laundry, no more throwing out meals I spent hours preparing, no more hiding my skincare products, no more pretending my skin doesn't hurt. Just James and me building our life together, in our own space, with our own rules. I'm so happy to know how deeply James cares for me now, to see it in his actions, to hear it in his words. I look forward to our future together, where I won't have to question his affection ever again, where we can both be ourselves without fear, where love doesn't come with conditions. James just told me reason number 48, because you're stronger than you know. Maybe he's right about that too. Reason 49, because you make everywhere feel like home. And he's right. This tiny apartment already feels more like home than that house ever did, because we're here together, just us, finally free.